Hello everyone, I'm Eric on Sports 365. Here with me once again is my colleague Alex. So, got some more Arsenal news to discuss, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So normally, of course, we talk about transfers, and we will be discussing some Arsenal transfer news, but Arsenal did just play a match. They just beat Manchester City to win the Community Shield. It was a 1-1 draw after regulation, after extra time. And then Arsenal won the penalty shootout 4-1. Fabio Vieira scored the winning penalty for Arsenal. So it's a second Community Shield for Arsenal under Arteta, and definitely a psychological boost to beat the reigning Premier League and European champions, Manchester City.
Yep.
So just real quick, what are your thoughts on Arsenal's win in the Community Shield?
Yeah, it's great to start off the real season with a win. It's great to win a trophy, and of course, it's always great to beat Manchester City.
Yeah, Arsenal haven't exactly beaten Manchester City a lot in recent years, so it's definitely good to get one over on them for sure. So moving on to transfer news, decent amount of it. Arsenal is close to finalizing a transfer for David Raya to replace Matt Turner. Turner is going to join Nottingham Forest on permanent transfer, and Arsenal is looking to sign David Raya for £30 million plus potential future add-ons. So a little shake-up in the goalkeeper situation there for Arsenal. So what are your thoughts on Arsenal essentially replacing Matt Turner with David Raya from Brentford?
Yeah, I think Turner's a good keeper, and I don't want to speak ill of him because he plays for USMNT, of course, but I do think Raya's an upgrade. I also think he's a starting caliber keeper, so I think having essentially two starting caliber keepers to compete for the number one spot is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll keep both of them sharp. Obviously, Raya's certainly good enough to start at a Premier League club because obviously he has been for Brentford since their promotion. And I think that competition will help keep Raya sharp and Ramsdale sharp. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. And with Raya and Ramsdale, Arsenal will have some serious depth at goalkeeper. So I think it's a good move, and I think it makes sense. And Raya is apparently very eager to join Arsenal, so that deal is probably going to get done pretty soon.
Yep.
So, moving on, as far as player departures, we do have one more to discuss in the video. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has left Arsenal on a permanent transfer and joined Lyon. His contract runs until 2027, and obviously he's reunited with his former Arsenal teammate Alexander Lacazette, who just had a really, really strong season back in Ligue 1. So what are your overall thoughts on Ainsley Maitland-Niles leaving Arsenal and joining Lyon on a permanent transfer?
Yeah, I mean, it's been clear for a while that Ainsley Maitland-Niles wasn't good enough to play for Arsenal, so I'm happy for him. They still managed to get a transfer to a relatively big club, and he can fight for European qualification and stuff.
Yeah, Lyon's certainly a good club, certainly an ambitious one that wants to win trophies and really compete in the French top flight. So I think it's a good transfer for him, and hopefully he does well with them. It's a shame it didn't really work out that well for him at Arsenal in his later years at the club, under Arteta. But Lyon's a good club, and like I said, hopefully Ainsley Maitland-Niles does well there. So there you have it. Not as much news this time around, but still some interesting developments. Shake up with Arsenal's goalkeeper situation with Turner leaving and Raya coming in, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles joining Lyon permanent transfer. So that's all interesting, and it's also good to see Arsenal start off the season by beating Manchester City to win the Community Shield, and hopefully Arsenal continues that positive momentum into the actual Premier League season.
Yep.